Does Jose hit you?
Oh, no, I don't. I hit the boys once or twice.
I wholeheartedly support that, by the way.
First of all, congratulations on the show. Your performance just really blew me away. And I actually want to start at the end because I find it sort of fascinating that the last scene of the show focuses so much on this sort of lighter and more hopeful conversation between Jose and Kitty, sort of talking about their future. What kind of impact do you hope that that final boat scene sort of has on the audience? And like, what feeling do you kind of hope it leaves them with?
I think it's about the audience after being taken through so many different aspects of this marriage that has to do with pain, trauma, and lack of affection, abuse, that we don't forget that there were human beings that also they loved each other and they tried based on the way they were raised, the way they were educated, and mostly the way they deal or didn't or were not able to deal with their own traumas. So not to justify or excuse any horrible behavior at all, but to understand that they were human beings. And I think that's the bottom line of the show itself. Monsters are people, are not figures that come out of a space. Monsters are us as human beings, that we are incapable of dealing with our own pain or trauma or fears or whatever that is. And because of that, we inflict pain to others. And when you see that aspect of the marriage, you go, okay, wow. It's not because you have to feel sorry for them, but you understand that it's wrong. It's wrong what they did, and it's wrong what they did to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I found the scenes where Jose does talk about his own childhood and even calls his family so illuminating, and it really just drives home those themes of this being a vicious sort of cycle and how this is all so generational. Can you talk a little bit about exploring Jose's past in that way with those particular smules?
Absolutely. I think that was one of the most powerful things and themes in the show, which is like how much we are what we are, and we represent the values of how we were raised as children, how we were treated as children, and how much weight that has in our, not only in our education, but in our life and the life of others around us. And José Menendez is from a generation where men were taught what a real man should be and behave like, and that will include not exhibit your emotions, not permit your own feelings to be expressed, and to be tough and very hard-driven, and treat women in a certain way and treat other men in a different way. And that's something that we are carrying ourselves into as a society even today. Wrongly so. So when we're talking about José's trauma and José's past history, we're seeing what he was dealing with and what he was bringing with him in the moment he was abusing his own children. So it's a way to understand better what we are as human beings again.
Yeah, and Jose does have this very large and sort of looming presence, but I almost feel like his quieter moments can be a little bit scarier than when he's yelling and smashing things a lot of the time. As an actor, how do you sort of weaponize those subtler, quieter moments?
The good and the fun thing about this show was that we have to play our characters different depending on who was telling the story. So Jose sometimes will be so over the top and so at the top of his lungs kind of thing. And some others we have to be absolutely opposite, like very inner, awkward or shame or, but still, he would need to be the same person. So as an actor, you have to go and put those colors in the same palette, knowing that you cannot go too far or too little. You have to put it on the same aspect and the spectrum of the character, so when people see it, they will believe it. So that was the most inspiring thing as an actor to play in this show, and I was very grateful to be able to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations again. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.